All right. I believe we are up and live. What's going on, everybody? It's Wednesday. It's Women Who Rock Wednesday. I just jumped on here so quick. Like I hit live and I just started going. So I didn't realize what I was doing already. So we are live and popping, and this is a point where I'm going to babble and babble and babble until people get on here and say what's up. It is Wednesday. I hope everybody is having a great Wednesday. Maul is already in here. What is going on, Maul? How are you doing today? I hope that you are having a wonderful Wednesday. You had mentioned in Discord about how you forgot it was Wednesday, and the fact that I went live on Monday, I think completely threw me off this week in the fact that I was like, boom, 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 another live. So what is going on, Aaron? How are you doing? Paul, I see you as well. Everybody is doing well already on this great Wednesday. Oh, what's going on, Jessica? How are you? So good to see you, my friend. Jessica is actually one of the friends that I got lucky enough to meet in Baltimore at my first Warning show. So, yeah, we got a special bond going. You know, those of us who connected at the Baltimore show. I don't think a lot of them that was their first experience, but I think for me, that was obviously my first experience. So I was very excited about that. I am very excited today to get into some reactions because I haven't really put out any reactions too many this week. Just really some reactions to interviews and things like that. Not anything that was like really too much for music related. Everything that I put out has been like stuff that I had already done, like on previous live streams and stuff like that. The sound quality is kind of bad on it. I think it's better now. So we are going to get into that a lot quicker than we did on Monday, because Monday I took forever. I can't even remember how long it was that it took before I got into one reaction that day. And, you know, the person, if you guys were on that live stream, you guys got to see that I broke on the first one. They got me to cry on the first one, that romaine lettuce song. Come on now. They got me. What's going on, Dale? I see you. How are you doing today? TX2 official. What's going on, friend? I am not TX2. I know that you're not, my friend. I remember you. I can't remember what your name is that you had on your handle before, but I am familiar with you, and you're the one that we've talked about insomnia and sleep a few times. So I hope you are doing well. Terry, what's going on, my friend? I'm running it back to back today with the Freeze the Fall hoodie. I'm very excited for Freeze the Fall's release tomorrow. I don't want to say too much about it, guys, but I will say that I have heard it, and all I'm gonna say is that, whoa! Anybody who I think our good friend Russ, I think Russ has mentioned that he has heard it because they have played it live. And they, I believe, played it at both of their recent live shows. And so if you've been lucky enough to hear VHS yet, oh boy, am I telling you that you are in for a treat like no other. Like I'm not just saying that. They don't pay me to say this. You know, they don't pay me to say any of this. You know what I mean? They don't ask me nothing. You know, this is all off of the love, guys. This is all off of just a strict love that this band is amazing. And let me tell you that I'm not just telling you that this VHS song, I think this might be the worst reaction I have ever done in my entire life. It might be worse than like my initial beginning ones, to be honest with you. It's so bad that all I did the whole time was just like scream and just shout and just like cry. And just all of the emotions like throughout the entire process of this. So it's that will be out tomorrow, and I know you guys are very excited, very, very excited to hear this new VHS song if you have not heard it yet. And boy, it is good. The music video, fire. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't know if I should have even have said that, but I'm gonna say that you guys are in for a treat, and I cannot wait for you guys to see it. You guys are gonna love it. I promise you. I promise you. If you like great music, this song is for you. It's not even a taste thing. It's not even a taste thing. It is, if you just like great rockin' music, this shit is fucking fire. It is fire. Dale, I think I said hi to you. Steve, what's going on, my friend? Dale, Steve, Ty, how are you doing? Band suggestions. How does this work? So, what I have typically done in the past, this is pretty new. We are very, very new at this too. This is actually the second live stream that we have done for the Women Who Rock Wednesdays. And, we had recently talked about it a little bit on the Discord too. The question had gotten brought up about like, hey, Johnny, are you only looking for like rock bands? Like, you know, does it have to be rock and roll? And to me, to answer that, I think that question, it's been heavy on my mind a lot lately too, is the fact that I didn't want to put myself into a box, even though I kind of feel like I somewhat kind of have. But at the same time, if you've seen some of my other reactions that I've put up on my channel, like Sophia Azella, for an example, she is not rock and roll. There is nothing that she does that is anything even remotely close to the idea of rock and roll. But does that mean that she doesn't rock, though? I don't think so. I think that she still rocks pretty damn hard. So just because it might not be rock genre doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that. So when I just put out the idea and the overall thought process of women who rock, I think my overall thought process was, one, female front people, and two, just women who are badass, if that makes any sense. So that shouldn't really have like a genre threshold on it. So I don't want to put a genre threshold on the Women Who Rock series, if that makes any sense. I have gotten a few suggestions for today already of a couple of females, female bands, artists in general, that I do have a little bit of a queue going. But yes, it is going to be more or less on a reaction request basis. We kind of go on the fly about this. I don't necessarily feel right about asking for money about every single reaction. Not at this point in my stage in my YouTube career, if you will. But if you would like to have a guaranteed reaction, if you make a donation, all the links and that stuff are in there in the description. PayPal is obviously preferred because YouTube takes a lot of the money out of the tips that they give us. So just FYI for everybody out there, YouTube takes a good portion for themselves. It doesn't always go straight to the creator. So if you like to tip creators, their PayPal is probably the best way to do so. So just FYI. So if you'd like to have a guaranteed one, I will do it probably tonight if you pay for it. Does that make sense? So if you give a tip, then you're going to get moved up to the front of the list. So, but right now it's kind of like just an open forum of like, let's just kind of see where it goes. And we'll just kind of go from there. I believe that the first song that I had lined up for today, I wish that we could listen to some Freeze the Fall, but we could do that absolutely next Wednesday, because by that time, you guys will all be familiar with it, and we can go back and just revisit it together. So it's going to be that good. It's going to be on your repeat list for well into Christmas. I promise you. Promise you that. Let me check here the chat real quick. Looking forward to hearing BHS. Yep, they are going to kill it. Absolutely, they have, and they will continue to only just produce and put out great music. Yes, thank you, Steve. Don't forget to hit like. Yes, and if you are a new to the family, hashtag Monster Energy. I can't say I got the Monster Energy today, but I do have the Sugar Skulls, Jessica. You had mentioned something about the Warning and a concert that they did, and I cannot believe that people did not bring that up sooner, that they did a whole, like, Day of the Dead concert where they were all dressed up. Like, that might have to be what we check out, like, for next Warning Wednesday. Today we are powered by coffee and this really cool mug that my wife got me. So, but Monster Energy normally powers this, and they don't pay me to say that. They don't pay me to say that. I'm not a greedy man. Just a case a month. Try doing a poll. I think that's excellent. I thought about doing that actually on my Patreon as well. Anybody who has made any of my patrons who have made requests for this are going to already be on the list. I had gotten those ones put down. So I have a few of those already lined up, and then we'll kind of see where things go from there. Lovebites are a Japanese band, but they sing in English. Lovebites has gotten brought up a lot lately too. I have not checked them out yet. Cheers, Paul. It'd be great to see the duet with Alanis Morissette. Yeah, I saw that happened, and I have not watched it. Have I listened to Shavo? I have not. I'm not familiar with Shavo. I know 5 of the maids who are badass. Of course you would, Bandmaid fan. ATL. Of course you would think that the maids are badass. I've put out a lot of maids content this week. A lot of it from those previous live streams for sure. Peyton, how's it going, my friend? I see you just said hello up there at the top. I see you. Mark, I see you as well with the poll thing. We're going to have to get better about doing some of that stuff, you guys, to be honest with you, because you guys are very supportive in that way. So let us go ahead and get into one of the first requests that we had gotten. And let me pull up my playlist here. Bear with me for a moment. Let me pull up my first playlist that I had just created because I had a couple of things already on the list. Somebody had mentioned this whole Haley Reinhart thing, so I picked out one of those. That individual had been kind of pushing that one for a minute, so I'm going to do that. But I think we are going to start with Royale Lynn and Sacrifice today, because I am not familiar with this one at all. Honestly, guys, preferably as much as possible, I forgot to mention that earlier, independent artists as much as possible. We want to try to support the independent artists as much as we possibly can. And I understand that a lot of them are signed to labels and different stuff. But the one thing that I have to ask you, please, is make sure that they are not UMG or they are not SMG artists. So if they're from Universal or Sony, they can like shut the stream down and like they'll just make it buffer and I have to like restart it. So please do me a favor and double check the licensing on that. If any other requests come from those artists, it could just mess up the stream. So I don't check it on the front side, so I just kind of hope that you guys are sending me stuff that you've already at least verified on that in that aspect. So I appreciate that. Let's go ahead and check this out. So let me go ahead and pull this up. Window capture. Make sure it is pulling up the right stuff here. Oh yeah, it's got me from pulling up the snotty-nosed Rez kids the other day. Yeah, those guys were pretty interesting, man. I had never really seen anything like that before, so it was like a first time for me with them. So let's go ahead and check out. My wife told me I needed to do a better job of this for people who are joining in and out of the stream. I need to repeat myself more. I gotta stop imagining that everybody's been listening from like the very beginning and they just remember everything I say the entire time. But let's check out the song from Royale Lynn, Sacrifice. This one is coming from a patron. Shout out to you. You know who you are. Oh, it's not on right. It's not. Hold on. The sound's wrong. My bad. Bear with me, guys. I will get it fixed. And we should be good. I'm going to double check the chat in like the first like 10 seconds of this just to make sure you guys can hear it. Okay. I wasn't ready for this. Can you guys hear it? Can you guys hear it? What's going on, Poe? I see you. What's going on? You guys can hear it? All right, perfect. Let's start it over and let's run it back because this is sounding good, man. I thought this was going to come in a little bit more darker than it is. It's kind of got a vibe and an edge to it, and this is kind of my bag right here. This is kind of my bag, so I'm excited. Oh my God, this is smoking, baby. I am digging the fuck out of this, man. This has got like a really like I I don't want to start speaking about things I don't know very well, but it's got like a very like a Wiccan energy about it. It's like she's got like this whole like black veil thing on. Like I like the way her nails are all like pointed like claws. I'm kind of weird and picky and unique about what I think about like when girls have like the super long nails. I'm not typically a huge fan of it, but I feel like it can be done right. And I feel like Chinchilla does it right, and I feel like this girl is doing it right. And just the overall sound of this song just sounds just like just really, really, really clean. It just sounds like a really well produced rock track, if you will. Like her vocals sound really clean. Like I feel like I could feel like that maybe they could turn it up like to just a hair maybe on the volume. It might be my I'm deaf, so I'm gonna turn it up. Maybe it's just my problem. But I'll save that comment. Let's just keep going. I want to hear that, like the chorus going back into that little riff again. Though that shit was hard. Oh, not far enough. Oh my god, I want that voodoo doll like so bad, baby. Stop playing with me, girl. What is she talking to me like this for? What the hell is happening? I did not expect that to happen. Let's rewind that back. All of a sudden, we got like a little hip hop, little like talking that shit stuff. Oh my God, what had just happened here? All the chemicals and the fucking trolls think there's something twisted up the blood, something medical, another pretty face, kiss, just a centerfold, looking like a god when you put me on a pedestal. Oh my God! I didn't know I needed this in my life, baby. I didn't even know. Control takes a piece of my soul. It holds me under till I go insane. But that's the sacrifice I made. Oh my God, that like smacked me in the face, bro. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. That was fire, man. Oh my God. I don't even know what else to say other than like this is like my bag, dude. This is like exactly my bag, bro. Like, exactly. I was sitting there thinking about like, oh, man, I'm like everything that I'm like I typically am just very harsh on. Like I love that she did it. You know what I mean? I'm like the nails, I'm normally harsh about that, but fire. The darker lipstick, normally like off about that too. Fire. Like just the sound, the way that the riffs in this, the overall just kind of like metalcore-ish feel to it with the I don't know, just the I really like the chorus a lot, and I gotta add it to my playlist right now. Like, you know what I mean? I can't forget. I don't do this a lot, but I'm gonna have to do it right now because this is so good. And we're gonna count it. This is the other thing too, guys. If you guys are new to this, I count how many playlists I put it into. Oh shit! Hold on. I'm playing music. Freeze the Fall. I told you I can't. I'm not lying. I'm not lying when I say how much I listen to them. It was the first thing on my damn phone. It was the first thing on my phone. Good thing it wasn't the new one. I didn't let no sneak peeks out though. Sacrifice. Royale Lynn. How is nobody else like talking about her? Like, what? Why is she not more popular? How come I just now heard about her? How come I had to have a patron who just knows me so well suggest this to me? You know what I'm saying? Like, how did that just had to happen? Come on, guys. Like, what? Why are we sleeping on this one? I know you're not talking about that this song is bad in the chat. I know there's no way. There's no way. Hold on. All right, we got it in 1, 2. We need to add it to that one, 2, 3, 4. That one for sure. We're gonna post that one on Instagram for sure. For sure. And yeah, we got it in 5 different playlists again. That's the record, I think, off of an initial reaction and adding to a playlist is probably 5 right now. So yeah, that's a pretty positive. Oh shit, that is a pretty positive sign, bro. Oh, I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say other than I love every part of this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's all I got is like everything about this is fire. The snake shots, that voodoo thing, that voodoo doll, that's like the coolest voodoo doll I've seen in forever. You know what I mean? I don't know if she made that. I don't know if she bought that. I don't know who made it, but that's like the coolest voodoo doll I have seen in like forever. And they are so hard to find good ones. Some of them just look, they look too. Like I said, the right one is so hard to find. So hard to find. All right, let's check this chat. Where are we at? Bob, Poe, Angelina Jordan. Yes, I owe you guys Angelina Jordan videos. I do. I'm gonna get those. Are like that's the very next thing on my list when I do some recording. Next week, not next week. Excuse me. This week, the recording for the rest of this week. I'm going to turn that back off so I can look over here at the chat for a minute because I feel like a lot of things have popped up since we got this. I am perfect. I like what you did there. I like that. Good, beautiful week here in the 80s. Oh, man, where are you at? No, you're not. You can't be in California. Well, you could be in California. But where would it be 80s right now? Because it wasn't my wife was just in California, and it was not 80s. So I'm trying to think of where it would actually be 80s right now. I just got you to like a country song. No, don't tell me she's a country artist. Hold on. That is not country. That is not country. There's no way. Hardcore Kesha, not a knock on this. Yes, it kind of reminds me of like what Kesha would have been if Kesha didn't give into record label pressure and all of that, if you will. Kesha is a very interesting story, to be honest with you. I don't know how much you guys are familiar with her. Not that I'm like some huge fan. I'm actually just somewhat familiar. If there's a documentary about a musician out there and stuff like that, I'm interested, period. Like, I'll watch a pop star documentary all day long. I always find it fascinating, like, what either their team puts out about it or other people, if that makes sense. So I'm always interested in a good music doc. I'm thinking about doing some reactions to those and putting those on my Patreon as well. I thought that those would be kind of fun. They might be kind of long though, so that's why I kind of thought it would be fun. I actually have one saved about the Seattle rock and roll from the 90s that I have saved that I'm probably going to put on my Patreon here soon of watching that because I thought that would be fun. So I'm getting a couple like she's country. I gotta get some explanation in here. The look she had is not typical. It's just costuming. Oh, it's just for this song, FYI. Okay, gotcha. So this was like all her dressing up like this. That's so fucking badass then. Like, I didn't even care if this was what she looked like all the time. You know what I mean? Like, I was feeling the vibe and feeling the energy. So even so, I see Post Kebab want to do it live. Grab a beautiful link. Which one are we talking about doing a link for? Hardcore Kesha? Chelsea Wolf 16 Psych, she's country. Want to do it live. Would have never have guessed that if she's the hardest damned country artist you'll ever hear. Let me tell you, bro. I will tell you that if she is a country artist and this is what she does, This is the kind of shit that I can fuck with. That's I'll say that, because what I considered modern day country doesn't sound like this. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, modern day country doesn't sound like what I think the purist of country music would call it either. So country has its own version of pop. I'm just not a fan of that genre of pop, if that makes any sense. Oh, what's going on, my friend? Hello from Brazil. Only checked it in PayPal. Oh. Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm getting stuff. Oh, my God. Oh, man, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. I don't want to say your name right. I want to make sure I get you right. Thank you so much, Ty. Yes. I got you. Ty, I'm going to give you a request right now. Just for that. I appreciate you so much. We are going to jump straight into it then. So let's get into, because we have hit the Patreon, so we have hit the one that for sure needed to happen first. Thank you so much for that, dude. Again, the country song. Holy shit, bro. You did. You got me to break. Now it's going to be like a thing that everybody's going to find the country song that I like. You know, and I keep telling people, like, you know, it's not that I hate country artists, and I don't. There's a lot of them I support. I just don't listen to their music. Jelly Roll is a perfect example. Not for me, not my style. A lot of people like him, but I love who he is, what he represents, and what he's trying to do with his career, his life, and music in general. Like I said, I can get behind people like that all day long. It's just I'm not going to run to your music. It's just not going to connect with me the same way that it does for other people. But like I said, I can support a country artist all day long. I have nothing against those people or anything like that. I just judge people pretty hard if all you listen to is country, because I'm like, there's so much better stuff out there. All right, let me check here. We got Lovebites Judgment Day, I believe. Did you put live in here? I don't see a live. Should we do live or should we do the video? Video taken from Knocking at Heaven's Gate. Oh, wow. All right, Ty, I'm looking for you in the chat. I think I just saw your name. Ty. Okay, check in PayPal donor for suggestions. All right, Ty, do you want the live version or do you want the music video? That's my question for you, sir. Live. Okay, perfect. You have got it. You have got it. Let's jump into some Lovebites, because I'm actually pretty excited about this. Oh, they only have 145,000 subscribers. Even better. Like I said, I love supporting the smaller artists, if you will. I hate to call him the little guy or anything like that. More independent, more on the smaller side. The people who need the help, that's who I want to be here to support. That's why, as much as I love the Warning, they already have like a major like army of support for them. So I don't, even though I'm a small, very small contributing factor to that, I feel like I can make a bigger impact with other groups compared to the Warning. There's a ton of great Warning reactors out there. There's so many better than me. So let's go ahead and get into this Lovebites, and everybody should be able to hear it better. And let us go and hit it. Oh my God, they got the flames going on the stage already. Oh my God, this is a fucking vibe already. Now this is a metal show right here, baby. Okay. Wow. I'm gonna have to go back a little bit, but yeah, let's go back and look at Homegirl's face in the beginning, though. Like right at where was it? She had her fist up, yo. Look at this with the lights. She's like playing with her dress and stuff. Like this is like that's like going to the theater. Where was it? It's coming. Where's the shot? Oh my God! Here we go. There's one more. Look at that right there. Like when you're like in the audience and like, oh, this is like I don't know if this is like the opener like to the song or something, like or just like this particular performance, but like I can only imagine, like, you know, especially being like in the audience, like, and they came out to this, and, like the flames came up, and then all of a sudden she comes out, and then they all have like this very like stone cold like metal kind of face like look on their faces, and then like she's just coming out there with that heavy crazy riff going, and she's got the fist in the air, like you believe like you're about to like march on, like we're about to go riot in these streets afterwards, baby. This is metal as shit. It's just like somebody said, like, how do you not know Lovebites compared to like Bandmate? And I was like, well, I haven't gotten into the Lovebites. Like I don't know them. So, and they're like, yeah, they're pretty much the same thing. And but very different. And I was like, okay, every band's different, so it's hard to ever compare them. But yeah, this is like not Bandmate. This is like a whole different feel. This is a whole different energy than Bandmate is. Not to say it's a bad thing, but it's a whole different thing. It's like a whole different experience. This, like the look on their faces, like Bandmate, they're all smiles. These ladies are not fucking around. Like, did you see her hair, yo? Did you see her hair? You don't play around with girls like that, yo. You do not. There's no way. You can't. You cannot play with them. I think I missed part of the chorus. I gotta go back. That part up. See, this is the problem when I don't know the words, guys. I can't remember always very like it's hard. It's sometimes a little bit hard when it comes to like just not knowing the words as much. I think I was like at 1 like 30. Voice sounds so good. We're going to have to give a little bit of ode and respect to this girl's little solo. So we're going to wind it back just a little bit so we can stop just again to talk about the fact. I just was thinking about this. So I get a little worried, guys, because like, you know, I tripped over a band, you know, called Liliac, and the first reaction I do to them, I get another fan base that's coming on my page being like, pretty much like fuck this band, you know what I mean? Like, you know, if you fuck with the Warning, then you shouldn't fuck with Liliac. And I was like, okay. And we talked about that last week, about my feelings about that specifically last week. So I'm not gonna rehash all that again. But I'm a little concerned that if I like Lovebites, is the Bandmate fans gonna kill me over this? Is that how Japanese music is? I would really hope, guys, that this is not a concern and a problem, that you guys wouldn't steer me this wrong. But at the same time, you know, I know there's crazy fan bases out there always, guys. And I get that. I get that. But I really don't want to have like this whole like picking between the Japanese bands beef. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little concerned about that because I'm liking what I'm seeing here, but I feel like this is like a whole different thing than Bandmate is. Does that make sense? So I'm like, I'm not going to compare the two other than the fact that like it's the only two Japanese bands that I know right now. So I feel like I can love them for different reasons already. So I'm hoping that I don't have this problem. Lovebites and Bandmate fans tend to overlap a fair bit. Oh, thank God. Thank God. I was so concerned. Like I said, I almost feel like ashamed and scared to put out a Liliac video now. And I hate the fact that I feel that way. You know what I mean? Because again, if we go back to what I was talking about with the whole, like, you know, supporting the artists that need it more, I think Liliac needs the help more, to be honest with you. But their music's different. And we're not talking about them. We're talking about Lovebites. Lovebites, I am digging the fuck out of this, man. And her voice is magnificent. It is just truly, truly great. And like I said, that's why one of the reasons why I really like watching these live videos first is it kind of puts me into the experience of like, if I was at somebody else's show and you were just another band that was there that I didn't know about. Because that's how a lot of times I'll get tripped up on some band, is going to go watch some headliner or some other band that's there and not knowing who any of the other groups are. And I always am interested in finding out like what those bands are, what they're offering, and do they catch my attention at all? And, you know, if you catch my attention on one song, I'll look it up. But if you catch my attention on like multiple songs, now I'm like really interested. So, you know, the last example I could have of that was Holy Wars from The Warning, where every song they played, I was like, damn, this shit sounds great. Like, it just sounds good. Like, they really caught my attention really, really fast. The way that this band is doing it today, again, where whole different vibe of, like, entire female, like, fronted band. Like, very much like one of those traditional metal bands that kind of has their each spot on a stage, and they don't move a lot. I don't hate the fact that some bands do that. I like it when you're more animated, when there is less of you. Because when there's a lot of you, it's hard to pay attention to everything that's happening. So I think it's better that you're all kind of like cemented in a position. And if anybody moves around, I think it should be the singer. So I think that they do a good job of like overall just entertaining the stage that way. And they're really magnificent. Like I said, I like to watch these live videos first because a lot of times it's because it kind of gives me that same feeling of like kind of being in the audience and being like, okay, well, now I'm seeing them and this is what it would be like. So the recorded versions are all well and dandy. They should sound cleaner. They should sound better. They should sound like they're mastered. So I'm just more interested in what you actually sound like live, because that's where the money's at, baby. Is if you sound good live, that is where I'm coming. So let us go ahead and check out this solo, man. With the high heels on too, they all got heels on. They're all dressed up like they're going to a ball. Or like an award show or something. Is that what they refer to as an axe? Is that an axe guitar right there? Is that what they consider an axe? Because in my mind, and probably in ignorance, that's what I think of when I think of an axe guitar. I feel like they need to bring those Jones backs, man. There's not a lot of guitar players that have those kinds of things, and it's super badass. There's like two shredders. Like, they got two different, like, shredders. Like, if you got two guitar players, a lot of times one's rhythm and one is lead. It's very, like, rare that, like, both people can play, like, sick lead. Does that make sense? Because if you can play a sick lead, you probably want to play a sick lead all the time. my God. Oh my God, they're giving me the goosebumps with the way that they're, oh my God, they brought it back to that intro. That is fucking, that's badass, man. That was sick. The way she hit that note at the end, oh my good God. I had like a feeling like it was coming. I had like this feeling like I was like, yo, she's probably about to like bellow out some wild shit here. And sure enough, that's exactly what she did. That was wild, 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 wild. But yeah, whole different feeling than the other Japanese band. Like I said, I'm not comparing nothing. Other Japanese band I'm familiar with. Lot more metal edge, like very like theatrical, like very like it's that was like a, you know, I feel like a lot of times, like one of the greatest things about like real metal or true metal bands is, I think the difference between metal and rock, if you will, is that metal is almost kind of like, that is where like the 5 to 7 minute songs like live in forever. And you don't hate that they're 5 to 7 minutes. Like you almost like kind of go into your own little world with a good metal song. A good metal song is supposed to take you on like this journey. And that's exactly what this does, is it takes you on a journey. A rock song or a song in general, it can take you on a journey. And a lot of times it does, but I don't think it's always necessarily designed to. And that's why I think the difference with metal is metal is a lot more of kind of like a world where you're kind of almost, the best way okay, here's a good comparison that I never thought of, is like your traditional song, whatever, is more like the poem, and metal songs are kind of like a novel. Does that make more sense? Or a chapter in a book? Like you're getting a lot more of something where you're getting like almost like I said, like a short story in that, versus more like a overall thought and synopsis. Does that make sense? I'm probably like all over the place with that. But that's what I'm trying to say, is like the difference in my mind of how I've always kind of looked at it is like, that's where I like metal to be, is more kind of like where it's almost kind of takes me on a journey where I almost felt like it was like a short story. And that's what I feel like I took away from this. So really, really appreciate this recommendation and request for this song. Very, very good. I'm way behind on the chat, so I'm gonna check it. Fan base was Flying Bee, Johnny. Perfect. Like I said, I'm so scared about this Liliac thing. I don't even know the band that well. You know what I mean? I only know one of their original songs, but I didn't hate it. You know what I mean? I don't like Liliac, but I don't hate them. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't have to like it. You know what I mean? I get a little worried when it just, I don't like beef and drama over music, and I hated just seeing any of that really on my channel. So I'm just I don't want to accidentally trip over something that starts something that negative, if you will. And you know what I mean? And like I said, not that the Liliac and the warning thing got that out of hand. It just, I guess, kind of showed me a reality of something I never really thought about before. I was like, oh my God, I didn't think about the fact that, like, you know, how could you react to one and react to the other? You know what I mean? I didn't think about the possibility of that being reality. Best not axe guitar. Okay, so just axe is just a guitar in general. Got it. That's a Flying V guitar. That's okay. Perfect. I'm still trying to get Warning to watch the Warning on Day of the Dead. Yeah, I said we might have to do that next Wednesday, guys. That might have to be the thing. We might have to like maybe like I don't know. That's gonna be like a long whole concert there. We might maybe do an entire like run on that concert next week. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know if I'd like it. I don't know if I'd enjoy that. You know what I mean? Because I'm not as familiar with those songs. So I don't know if I'd enjoy it the same. I think I'd have to be more familiar with the songs to enjoy it like consecutively like that. I think that's where I feel like more like the Pepsi Center songs. I know all those songs now. So I could probably do that run in one sitting type of deal because it would be like kind of going to like a show a little bit from a little yesteryear. I would go to a bandmate show. I prefer their harder songs to their softer. I'm 50-50 on their stuff. Like I said, I got vast taste, so I like their softer stuff and I like their harder stuff too. Okay, so let me go back to there were the because I feel like I got another one from not just you, Ty. I feel like there's one more. Gordon Cody. Oh, you have got anything in here? Let me see if I can pull it up. I'm getting new at this, so I'm trying to figure out how to do these better. Let me try to see if I can do it this way. This might be better. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. I love your chat, Shawnee. Oh, thank you so much, my friend. You are so kind for saying that. I do stress myself out a little bit, probably more than I probably should. I kind of feel always the need to fill the space, if you will. If you're just joining the chat today or just joining the live at the moment, we got the Freeze the Fall Bear up today because they got their new song coming out tomorrow, VHS. So I'm very excited about that. You guys are definitely going to absolutely love that song. I'm telling you, it is so good. Oh my God. And the video is best one that they've done. Hands down. Easily. And everything they've done is amazing. It's hard to, it is definitely hard when they've already set the bar so high for themselves to only go up, but they find a way to continually do it. And that's what great writers do. They always just will find a great way to do the next thing. And they will write and they will write and they will swing sometimes and they're going to miss. And that's going to be okay too. You know, not every song that every band ever did was the best song ever. You know, you're going to experiment. Some things are going to work and they're not going to work. But, you know, I have a lot of trust in Freeze the Fall that they are going to pretty much put out everything that's going to be great in general. All right. I have found you, Gordon. And I have found your link. Let me see if I can pull it up now. Because if I can, we're going to get it cracking. See it just coming up as a YouTube link. Yeah, hey, if you could let me know in the chat, man, whatever the link that you left is, I will do it from you next, and then we will get back to Ty's requests. I think he's got another 2 in there. And I just pulled my chat back down. Oh, I hit Lovebites again. Bear with me, guys. Like I said, I'm a little all over the place with this. I feel like one day I'll get the hang of this, but I don't. But you know, I'm learning and growing. Where is it? Where did it go? Where's my chat? Let's try this again. We'll just open it again. There we go. We'll put this over here by itself. That's probably better. Yeah, that's probably a way better idea. Just put it by itself, Johnny. Put it by itself. You don't have to worry about it. Eddie, what's going on, my friend? I see you. Ramon, how you doing from Tampa? Oh man, I hope everything's doing all right down there for you in Florida. I feel for anybody down there in Florida right now, and the Carolinas and all that. Like I know that it seems like the world has moved on from your guys' struggles down there, but it is not lost on everybody. So, you guys, I definitely feel for y'all down there within the situation with the recent hurricanes. So I hope everything's going well down there. The band is Nemophila. Song is Orion. Ty, yes, that was great. We can see the chat. Oh, you guys can see my chat? Which chat? Oh, you can see. You should hopefully be able to see that chat on the actual screen. Yeah. I'm terrible about reading that one. My wife was talking about getting me one of those little like teleprompter Jones or whatever, so you could read the comments like in your teleprompter. I thought that'd be cool, but I get way behind on on a lot of that. I'd probably miss a lot that way. I think eventually I'm going to get to that point. All right, so Bandmade Fan, are you the one that Nemophila? Are you the one? Are you the one? I don't want to call you up by name. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to do that. But are you the one who made the request? Because I feel like you made it in here twice, and if you just give me a yes, I'm going to trust you that it's you. The way you've said this, I'm just going to go with it. All right, I'm rolling with it. I'm thinking it's you. Okay, perfect. Yes, that's you. All right, so I see your one. It's called Nemophila, and the song was called something with like an O, I think it was. Nemophila, and the song was called Orion. All right, let's find it. Nemophila. Orion. And I think that you did say live. I want to say you said it was like second one down. If I remember correctly. Yep, that's the one that linked with me. Nemophila. Nemophila? Nemophila. All right, got it. Let's do it. I hope this is the right one. I really do. I think I said something. I think I saw somebody say something about the second one down. It's a live version. All right, let's do it. Oh, I gotta pull it on. Window capture. Pull. Better.
さあ、続いてもナオンの矢を初登場になります。妹分です。頑張っていってみよう。ネバフィラ
！Oh boy! Wrong one, wrong one. Got it. Not this one. Got it. All right, let's go back. Does this one seem better? Does this one seem correct? All right, I'm gonna just trust Aaron's one. Okay, cool. That was the one I had. Let's do it. Let's rock. Let's go! everybody. See, I'm doing it again now. See, I'm now just comparing the bands again. That's what I've been missing with the Japanese bands. It's just a little bit of you know what I mean? A little bit of you know what I mean? Just a little. We don't have to be the whole thing. Just a little. Let's go with that riff, baby! Okay, I'm gonna have to rewind that back because I wanna hear that scream again for sure. But I have to say that for like the overall like aesthetic of this band, this is kind of like in my wheelhouse right here. Like I'm a fan of all of it. Really, it's just depending on how it's done, right? So when it comes to Bandmade, I love the overall aesthetic of like the maid costumes and the maid outfits that they do, because I feel like it works for the entire concept of what that band does and represents. Love those ideas when it's done right, right? I also love a band that just is pure rock and roll and like, you know, it looks like this is what you are every day, and then you just get up on that stage. Does that make sense? I love an idea of that too. And I feel like this is different inspirations, different mentalities, different just overall kind of style of music. And this, what can I say? I like this one too. Like I said, I don't know what they're saying. Like I said, it's hard to relate in the exact same ways to music that I don't understand the lyrics to, and you know, I especially like off the first listen. But just the overall like sound, what they're doing, what they look like their voices sound great, the instrumentation is amazing, like just the overall energy you feel from the music is fantastic. It's fantastic. I love it. That riff is fucking sick, man. hold on. Look at Homegirl on the drums, man. Look at this shit. Like, you hear it the whole song, but like now you get a real visual representation of all the work she's doing back on that kid. Look at that. Oh my God! Another great request, guys. Thank you so much for that one too. That was another just punch in the face. Like this reminds me of like. I feel like I'm just saying the same things over and over again tonight, but like this one just is another one that kind of just seems a little bit more like in my wheelhouse, in my bag for sure. I really liked that, like it's just that change of pace with that little riff in there. Like they keep it so like metally rhythmic, like throughout the entire thing, and like just very traditional with like the guitar solo in there, and like they both had like a couple of different guitar solos was really cool, but like the way that they threw that little riff in there, just like both times, just kind of like out of left field, like it just adds a whole other element to this song. And like I said, to me, they remind me of like this punk rock badass energy, but like in a harder hitting way. Does that make sense? Like their overall, like the look and aesthetic of the band. This is very much like I don't give a fuck mentality, and I like that. I really like that a lot. I liked this one quite a bit actually. Thank you for this suggestion. Somebody's gonna say in the chat, "Oh, you didn't know that you tripped over. This was the one that Bandmate does hate. Bandmate, the Maniacs hate this band." All right. Did anybody else have a donation request other than Ty? That I still have another one from you. I think I have two from you left. What time is it? Okay, I'm still doing good on time. My moderators, if you guys could also help me remember, like when it's like 9:30. So like 40 minutes from now, because I'm terrible about keeping track on time on here. If one of you guys is still on here, please somebody let me know at 9:30. It's kind of like my hard cutoff time, so I can give myself a good 5 minutes from that 9:30 point. So before I got to go pick up my wife from the airport. I'm so excited she's coming home. I know I'm such a loser. She was only gone for like 2 days. We used to be gone from each other like all the time from work for work purposes and all that kinds of stuff. And we barely see each other, but ever since we got married, like now we see each other like all the time. Just long story short, lives change really quickly and things happen. But she leaves for 2 days and I miss her so much. You know what I mean? Like I'm such a fool. You know what I mean? The guy who used to spend like 2 weeks away from her all the time. I'm so sad and miserable when she's gone for 2 days. But the cats have been giving me extra love and attention for sure this week, because mom's not around to love them, to be honest with you. Hey, Elsie, how are you doing? Glad to see you on here again today. Hope you're having a great day today. No hate with the Maniacs, all peace, love, and world domination. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, the mates kind of have my heart first and foremost right now when it comes to Japanese rock, because, we're going through the documentary series with that one. I'll be kind of more honest with you guys on here that the last one I felt was like a little bit of a letdown. It's probably just because they didn't really have as much stuff to cover with that particular individual. I feel like they could have gone more. It could have also been that she didn't want to share as much stuff as the other people did too. So I don't want to say it's a letdown, but it was a little less informative than the other ones were. But still a good documentary overall through and through, the Akane one for sure. But I wish that it would have been a little bit more kind of to the standards that the other two were, but that's okay. Like I said, the other ones, I'm sure there's a 3-parter coming up on the little pigeon. So I still haven't even figured out why she's the pigeon, why she's the one who I know the least about, and she's like the kind of the overall nucleus of the band, I think, from like the original origin stories. So I have a lot to learn about her too still. So I'm very excited about that. Nothing wrong with missing your wife, no matter how long she's gone. Thanks for saying that, man. Like I said, I know I'm a big softie at heart sometimes, and or really all the time, probably. Yeah, she's that was something I thought about the other day. Like when I was like, I post all these like like breakup songs and all these like I hate you, I wish you that you weren't around, and all that kind of stuff, like music all the time, like on my Instagram. And I was like, I feel like I need to say something on there. I'm like, because like my wife knows, like she's just known me for so long that like, the things I like the most would be like, if like she was self-conscious that way, like you'd be like, do you think about me when you listen to this song? Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, it's never like that. You know what I mean? It's always like, it's never really like that. Like I would never promote or put something out there that like was negative about like my wife that way, if that makes any sense. I would never be like, I'll put this one song from Swecco up there that the whole chorus is I'm much happier when you're not around, is essentially the point. And I'm loving this song. It's brand new, it's off this deluxe project, and I love it so much. But I'm like, and if you take it out of context, it could sound terrible. You know what I mean? It really could. It could sound like I'm talking about her and I'm just sending subliminal messaging to her, but it's never been the point. My sister was the first person to ever really get tripped up about this. She's like, why do you listen to breakup songs all the time? I'll never forget being 15, listening to my younger sister being like, why do you listen to such sad songs all the time? Like, does it make you, is this what you think about? I'm like, no, like not necessarily. My brain works differently. It's weird. It's weird. I don't know how to explain it. She's the pigeon because that's literally her name. Oh, didn't even know that. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna learn from these docs. I'm gonna learn from these docs for sure. It's a day or two after the show. Just someone watched a video of band Liliac pushing someone's Tesla into the side of the road. It's hard work being a rock. Just watched a video of the band Liliac pushing someone's Tesla to the side of the road. What does that mean? It's hard work being a rock band. I'm a little confused by that, by your statement there. Was it like in helping, or is it like a negative thing? Like what is it came across when I read it? It came across like they were basically like terrible, and I was like, wait a minute, like did they were they pushing some, what's the context here? Oh, Johnny, were you going to sneak in a Florence and the Machine for your sister today? So honestly, guys, that was another thing I was talking about. I even texted her. The Tesla was broke down. So basically, you're saying that they helped them, is what you're saying. That Liliac helped the band. Oh, awesome. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Fantastic. Yeah, I was really hoping that wasn't a negative thing. I was like, wait a minute, I just got done defending this band, and now there's video proof out there that they are terrible people. I was like, that would just be my luck, man. I'm like, I don't even know this band like that. Like, you know what I mean? I know one song and one cover they've done. Broken down, they help push it off the road. Yeah, so Florence, we are going to do that next week. We are going to get into Florence next week. I think next week we're going to aim. Oh, I really need new stickers for that cup. Next week, I think we're going to aim for a little more expansion, if you will, in the category. I think I'm going to have some stuff lined up, and I think Florence and the Machine will be for sure one of those things, because I think that my sister will lose her mind if I do Florence and the Machine. I don't know if I should let her pick the first song. She has to get into her request like everybody else does. I can't give her. I'm not about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't just give her a special treatment just because she's related to me. It's like, she's a sub just like you guys. You know what I mean? So, she can make her request the same way everybody else can. She needs to join the Discord first. Maybe if she joins the Discord, then we'll get her. we'll take her. That's what we were talking about, was on Discord, because that last night, and I was like, you guys got me intrigued with this whole Florence and the Machine thing, and I think it would be fun and interesting, because I think that she would be another person that would probably, I think a lot of people will agree that she's kind of a badass. So she rocks too. Doesn't mean that it just has to be rock music. You listen to breakup songs, but not much country. Now I'm confused. Because I like real breakup songs. I like the ones that aren't just are not generic, if you will. Because if I can pick out like the 4 or 5 things that you're probably going to say in your country song, you're not writing about anything else I haven't heuld about before, and you're not doing it in a way I haven't heard a million times. So that's more. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of that's the same thing with pop music. Pop music is all about let's go out and find love, or we lost love and now I hate you, or whatever. You know what I mean? Or I miss you still. You know what I mean? That's pop music in 101 right there. Right about those 3 things. You know what I mean? You do that, you're going to relate to people. So everybody does it, some people just do it better than others. You know what I mean? And I find the ones where people don't even recognize that that's really what they're even talking about. You know what I mean? I had this moment, well, I'll never forget, where I know I talk about this band a lot, and this band catches so much shit and so much hate, and I know probably nobody on here likes this band at all but me, but I am a big fan of the band Fall Out Boy. I have been from the very beginning, because one of the things I was always drawn to about that band was the fact that their songs sounded happy and uplifting, but the lyrical content was a whole different structure. You know what I mean? Really dive into Pete Wentz and the lyrics that he writes, especially those early records. I'll never forget my best friend coming to me one day, and he goes, "Bro, I was just listening to that song," and he goes, "I didn't even realize it. The whole time he's talking about killing this girl." And I was like, yes, that's what I'm saying. People don't even get it. It's over their head. They just don't like the way he sounds. That's the good ones. That's the best breakup songs, where he's talking about killing her. But people don't even recognize it. That's what he's talking about. Oh, man. All right, we got to get back to Ty. I think we got 2 more from you, and I got probably about 30 minutes left, so I think we got enough time to hit your last 2 on the way out the door. Oh. My wife is on the plane. She is on the way. All right. So hopefully she will have a nice little safe flight. And she will be landing very shortly. Well, not shortly. She's just getting ready to take off. Shit. Okay, where was I? That was on a different thing that I had that pulled up on. Because you had your stuff. Discord's not available in Brazil? That's wild. I wonder why. Alright, let's go back. It's Ty, you had stuff in here too. Oh, it logged me out for privacy purposes. Alright, guys, I'm going to be bad, and I'm going to hit my vape on camera. We've been going for a minute, and I'm sweating in this hoodie. I got the sleeves rolled up now, you know what I mean? But I can't take it off now because I gotta rock it through this whole. I gotta show the love and the solidarity. No matter if it pulls all the sweat out of me, I gotta show the love and solidarity. All right, let me find you, Ty, again. Like I said, I'm terrible about this stuff, guys. I will get better at this. And get this a little bit more organized where it's a little bit easier for me to navigate better. BBTS Rising Sun, that seems Lovebites Judgment Day, and okay, yeah, Let's try this BBTS Rising Sun. BBTS Rising Sun. Broken by the Stream Rising Sun. All right, let me pull up my window again. Is the top one the right video? Is that the right one? Yes, do that one next. Okay, cool. Yeah, I didn't think it was BTS. That's a Korean pop band, isn't it? BTS is the Korean pop band. Apparently they were like really huge in America, or probably still are still very huge in America. I didn't realize how big K-pop really was in America until a few years ago. But that's the thing, man. Is people don't understand that sometimes some of these worlds are enormous and you're just not a part of it. You know what I mean? Like the BTS movement. You know, they were doing like stadiums, I think, across America, like the big ones. You know what I mean? And like, you know, my brother-in-law was like, who the hell are these guys? I'm like, I don't know, but there's a lot of Americans going to their shows. All right, let's go ahead and check out this Rising Sun. Y'all heard the scream thing and y'all just went with it. This is like Ice Nine Kills meets Japan. The dudes got like the masks on and stuff. Like, are they the ones screaming, or is it the girls that are actually screaming? Because I initially thought that like, oh, like whoever they're showing is that's the vocals, right? Like in those moments where like they're all smiles and it's like, I was like, I figured that's probably who they were. But then I thought about it. I was like, don't tell me it's like the guys screaming and the girls are like not doing those parts and they're just kind of faking it in there. I wouldn't think that they would do that, but I wouldn't put it past any band to do that. Yeah, so that's, I would hope not. This is like I said, it reminds me of like Ice Nine Kills meets Japanese. Like it's got like, it gives you like curveballs like left and right. The way they bring in this part, like right here, it actually sounds like really good. Like I said, it does remind me very much of Ice Nine Kills. Without when you take away this part, you know what I mean? When you talk about the rest of the like the metal construction of that, like that's one of the things I like about Ice Nine Kills is the fact that like they do like literally every range of like the scream that you can think of. You know what I mean? The bellow, the scream, whatever you want to call it. If it's a voice register that they can do in a screamy way, that's what they do. That's the only reason I'm comparing them. And then when you like, you know, you just add the other idea of like the metal guitars and instrumentation that way, that's what really ties my thought process to that overall thought process was like they're giving you like all kinds of different ranges of vocal registers. And the reason why I like it with someone like an Ice Nine Kills is because it is in English and I can't understand it. So when it comes to this is probably not going to be like more like I would say like my taste in terms of it. I would much rather listen to the English version of something like this, you know, but I do like what this is because I do think that it's very interesting. And the fact that it's like meshing like two genres together in a very good way. In a very, like, if you like both of these things, this is actually really fire. You know, like I said, the way that they tie the scream into like the happy little like na 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 na, like the way that they do that like is really really good. With like the synchronized cheerleading dancing. Wow, that was wild, man. That was a wild journey. Broken by the Scream, Rising Sun, featuring somebody that I cannot pronounce, and I would imagine that's who Homeboy is. Wow, yeah, that was crazy. Like I said, it reminds me of, like I said, I hate to compare it, but it just reminds me of like songs of Ice Nine Kills that like all my friends just cannot seem to understand why I like Ice Nine Kills. And I was like, I can't explain it, man. They're probably the most screamy band that I like, to be honest with you, because I don't care what they do. I like it. You know what I mean? Especially all the Horrorwood stuff and Silver Scream, like all that tying together of like concepts from horror films and movies and stuff like that. Like I think it's just so sick, and I feel like they're just a unique thing. But I think that's cool. But yeah, it reminds me of that for sure, because it just, when I think of like the voice registers and the way that it sounds, like, you know, and then it just gives me like this whole curveball of like going into like the da 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 na 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 na, And I'm like, it was growing on me like as we went through it. I thought it was pretty wild, like how it was actually growing on me the more I was listening to it, because I was like, I don't know what they're saying, but I'm kind of liking it. I kind of dig it. I didn't initially, like the first half I was like, yeah, I just can't see myself ever listening to something like this. But then I'm like, but now I'm kind of liking it though. It does like have like this weird growing effect on you, the way that I didn't think that it really would. So yeah, awesome. Thanks again for this one. Oh my God, did somebody say Freeze the Fall is here? What? Are they in here? Oh my God. Oh my God, they are in here. Oh my God, someone tell me to shut up. Someone say shut up to me. Oh my God. Oh my God. What's going on, Freeze the Fall? I hope that they are having a great day. They look like they had a great show last night, and I believe Vancouver, if I'm not mistaken. And now is the perfect time again, guys, to, if you're just now joining the stream in the chat, Freeze the Fall tomorrow will be releasing their song VHS with a brand new video. And if you have not heard this song yet, because if you haven't, if you've been lucky enough to hear it, it's probably only because you've been at one of their live shows. I know Russ like has been telling me like for the last 4 months, he's like, wait till you hear this one, bro. Wait till you hear this one, because he got to hear it like way earlier than everybody else, and so he got lucky. He got to be at a live show. But if you have not heard this VHS song and you haven't got to it yet, you're in for a treat tomorrow. Let me tell you again. I can't scream and shout like I did at the beginning of this live stream about how great it is, but I will tell you that you ain't seen nothing yet until you see this video, until you hear this song. I seem like I'm just such a hype boy right now, but like it just makes me want to scream and shout, guys. I'm having such a hard time containing the excitement that I just know that how much excitement and joy you guys are going to feel when you finally get to see this, when you finally get to hear it, because it is like the best thing that they've done. And like I said, it's hard to top what they've already done. And it's just, and when Quinn made a comment that one time about how Thrones doesn't seem like it's good compared to what they've been working on, I now understand why she said that. So I thought it was a little crazy that I was like, there's no way, because I was like, Thrones is so good. Like, you know what I mean? How could it seem terrible to you? But to me, that's what I think a good artist does. It's like, you know, as soon as they put it out, they're like, it could have been better, and they're going to think that they can do better. And that's why I'm very excited about their future, because they have that overall mentality of being able to just really think about really just the future and never accepting mediocrity. That's, I think, the best thing about an artist in general is when, you know, what's good enough today won't be good enough for me tomorrow. And it's all about growing and evolving and changing over time. And I think that this band is doing that in a fantastic and terrific way. And I'm so excited about their release tomorrow of VHS. I'm sure they're going to have a live, be in the chat or something when the video happens or something like that for the video. I'm sure they'd let you guys know on their Patreon. I really need to sign up for that too, by the way. I just don't know how to do it like from my Patreon. I don't know if I can as a creator. Can you follow other creators on Patreon? I haven't been able to figure it out. I'm pretty terrible about all that, so I need more help in other ways than I think than anybody else could give me. Let me get into this chat because I have not seen it. Yes, next time somebody like Freeze the Fall hops in the chat, you guys just tell me to shut up, like wave the red flag or something. Wave the snowflake. Good musicians keep evolving. Absolutely. That's why again, you know, I can't stand, or it makes me sad to hear all those Warning fans that say that they don't like the new album because they want people to stay the same. You know, we shouldn't want that. We should all be wanting to get better every day and never accept mediocrity. You know, always strive to be better. Hope to see you in the live stream with Jess tomorrow. Absolutely. I will do my best to hop into anything that I can get in there. 15-minute warning. Thank you so much, Aaron, for that. I do have about 15 minutes left in the chat today. because I have to go pick up my wifey from the airport. And so we will, Ty, I will get to your last request. I will record a reaction for you and get that out to you this week for your last request. Because I will probably not get into any more today just because I don't. Now it seems like a perfect time to stop and just kind of chat for a little while. Justin Jonah's drum teacher for it. Yep, Jonah's drum teacher for a decade. Got it. Yeah, Jonah, if you could give me some any kind of advice on how to just even practice, or somebody that's teaching themselves drums. I have a little drum pad over here. I got a drum pad over there, and I have an electronic kit that I like am attempting to like teach myself drums, like how to play drums. I know how to play guitar. I know how to play piano. Not good. You know, I'm not, I can never get on a stage and do that, but I can play some chords. You know what I mean? I can hold my own in the rhythm section, if you will. But I'm trying to teach myself drums, but I don't really know how to teach myself drums the way that I kind of learned how to teach myself guitar. Because when I first started, I went to like an instructor, and he taught me basically how to read tabs. So I learned how to play tabs like that way. So like that's how I learned how to play guitar, and he taught me the basics to learn how to like teach myself further. And that's kind of what I'm looking for with drums. Is like, where do I start other than just banging on a pad? You know what I mean? That's what I need. I need somebody to give me like a link or something to like, hey, these are great things for you just to practice, and it'll help you be a better drummer. Because I'm at the very, very beginning stages of my aspiring drumming career, if you will. Drumeo has good online lessons. I have heard of them. I believe that they have something. Oh, what's going on, LT? How are you doing today, sir? Always good to see you. Ty, like I said, I'm sorry I couldn't get to that last request, but I will get that one recorded for you, and I'll try to get that out to you in the next couple of days on that one for sure. Priest of Fall, thank you so much. Yes, you do have a very big day tomorrow. Very excited for you guys, and we will see all of them tomorrow in their live premiere of VHS. I'm so excited for you guys to hear it. You guys are going to love it. I promise you. There's no way you can't. Like I said earlier in the chat, there's no way that you just can't love this song. It's so good. It's that good. It is that good. It will not be a letdown. I promise. I promise. If you were let down, I question your taste in music. I do. I would. I would question your taste if you didn't like this. I would ask what you consider to be good music, for sure, because this one's off the charts. I need Justin. Probably. Just got out of work. We're officially moving into. Oh, right. That's awesome, LT. That's awesome. I'm sure that is a great feeling to get into there. T-minus 10 minutes. Thank you guys, Steve. Thank you, Steve. Oh, Steve, man. Steve Herman. I believe you are my man that I was trying to do this for you the other day, but I could not remember. I could not do it on my actual computer. But yeah, you should be different now when you pop up on here. Definitely appreciated all of your support, Steve. I've definitely seen you very active across the channel and in Discord and everything, man. So just really want to appreciate you for everything that you've done and get you hooked up on that. Bell Development. Is Jesse in here? Did I miss him? Is Bell Development in here? Oh, now we're getting deafening silence. Yep. Fill the air, Johnny. Fill the space. To talk about something. Well, we got 9 minutes. You know what? Priest of Paul's gone. So we got 9 minutes. You know what, bro? I'm going to try to hit that last song for you real quick, because I do have some time. And I am going to get it for you right now, my man. Let me pull up the thing again. Pull up your email. Judgment Day, blah, 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 blah. Fate Gear Battle Against Justice music video. Let's get it. All right, Ty, are you still in here, my man? Because I don't want to do it if you dipped out. If you did dip out, I don't want to do it to you like that. Because then all of a sudden this would be for nothing. All right, there you are. All right, let's go. All right. I'm assuming. Oh, never mind. I don't have it pulled up. Is this the one right here? The first one? Oh, looks like we are getting into another one. Oh boy, more head spinning. Oh boy, we are getting into another one. All right, let's rock and roll. Because I believe this is it. All right, cool. I got the green thumbs up from Ty. So let's get into it. Boy, that transition is hard. Again, going back to what we talked about a little bit before with the metal, right? It's like this again, metal novel journey, if you will. Like this is like just more beyond a rock song. This is like a little miniature novel in the terms of an overall 4 minutes and 15-second song. This is a journey. You're not just, you can't just listen to this all the time. That's more the difference, right? As a song is, you can kind of put it on in a multiple places. Does that make sense? And an audience would appreciate it. But something like this, you don't just put something like this on casually. You know what I mean? You don't just put it on in the background, really. You're kind of putting it on to really actually listen to it, really actually engage with it. You don't just put it on casually. Does that make sense? Like, that's how I look at these things, where I'm like, you don't just sit down to read this book. You know what I mean? Like, you would have to sit down to read this book. It's the other thing that really stuck out to me in this particular song and video was, I'm like, I really like the synchronized like movements that are like, you know, with the way that they film this. I feel is like this very, very unique and interesting, where I don't think I've really ever seen anything like it before, where it kind of has like a feeling of like, it has like a feeling of like a low budgetness without the fact of like it being low budgetness. Does that make sense? It's really kind of hard to explain, where I feel like it's almost supposed to look like it's cheaper than it's supposed to be. Does that make sense? Like that's the intention behind it, was it for it to look exactly kind of the way that it does. And that's why I feel like it's worth calling out, because I feel like it was executed so well. Does that make sense? Like that's how I'm feeling about the video. Like even this part right here, like, you know, we're just basically in a room. We're in a green screen effect right now. And everything about this looks unique and different for something that we've seen people try to do things a million times. But like, for some reason, this one, it just looks different and it looks better. It looks cool. It looks sick. And this guitar solo is nasty. I'm gonna rewind it back. What did she just say? Oh my god, I'm about to rewind this back, and I'm probably not even gonna hear what she really said, but it really sounded like she said, "Why do you kill all my friends?" Why do you kill all my friends? Is that not what it sounds like she's saying? There's no way that's what she's saying. There's no way that's what she said. Kill all my friends. They're skipping. Like, this song is fire, man. Like this song has grown on me a lot faster than the last one did. Like this one, I'm already invested in this one. You sold your soul to the government. Oh, hundreds guns and thousand shores. All the ships on fire. Rising flame, your desire. Watch out now. Oh, hundreds souls fighting for justice and truth. Flowing blood on board. Screams and tears. When hope is dead, there's no way. Who will save us? Battle against the fake justice. Never die. Never Another punch in the face, man. That song was fire, though. This video was fire. I like this one a lot. This one, I'm trying to think of what I can't think what that movie or that book was called, but I feel like their look and aesthetic had like a specific thing to it that I cannot remember, like what it reminds me of. I'm drawing a blank. I'm drawing a blank on that for sure. But I really like the way that they did this all the synchronized stuff with different angles where they were kind of like in lines and like that. I thought that was really sick. I really liked the thing where I know we just hit 9:32. So I got about 5 minutes. The Nemophila, that in that video at the one I clicked on the wrong one, that synchronized head shit at the beginning was really hard. I thought that was cool, but they did this even better in this video where they had like those different moments where they had it all lined up that way, and I thought that was really sick and that was really cool. So I am getting all the warning signs. Oh baby, it's time to go. It's time to go. It's time to go. 10-minute warning at 9:30. Yep, I am good at the 9:31. So yeah, basically this is around the time that I wanted to make sure that I was starting to wrap up and I would be good to go. Yes, thank you guys, everybody, so much today for the requests. I really enjoyed doing that independent stream the other day where we got to check out like, you know, nothing but independent artists. Some of them had come back with copyright issues. from that group, which is nobody's faults. We're doing our best to try to make sure we try to support as independent as possible. But I think I'm going to probably do that again maybe next week or maybe even this weekend, depending on how I'm feeling. But I appreciate everybody for the suggestions today and for hanging out with me in general. I'm over here all scratched up. I'm scratching my face up. I'm turning red. I'm doing all kinds of stuff. I hope everybody is having a wonderful week. And like I said, I will probably do another live stream. Probably, I take that back. I actually have a trip this weekend. Shit. So yeah, probably not until like Sunday. Probably not until like Sunday. Maybe. I feel like I got a lot of things to do. I got a lot of things to do, guys. Next week we're gonna hit Florence and the Machine for sure on next Women Who Rock Wednesday. Florence and the Machine, we will definitely check out something from her. The only song I know from her is Dog Days Are Over. Not really particularly a big fan of that song, but it's not gonna hold me back. We just don't have to do that one. We're gonna do all the other ones. What else have we got going on? I'm going to get some more Angelina Jordan videos out this week. I need to get some more Ren out. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I have been kind of taking a little bit of a breather this week when it comes to overall reactions other than these live streams. But I'm going to get right back into them. I'm definitely feeling a lot more like myself than I have in the last few days. So I definitely appreciate you guys' patience on that. And it is now 9:33, so I probably have about 2 minutes before I really got to get the hell off of this live stream. So I will look at the chat one more time to say goodbye to everybody. Jessica, I appreciate you so much for hanging out with us today. Dale, always appreciate you as well. Maul, holding it down for the underground every single time. I've exceeded my time. Please insert more to a coin. Don't forget the hashtag Monster Energy. Johnny's not a greedy guy. He just wants a case a month. And make sure you go and like and support Freeze the Fall tomorrow on their VHS drop. I will be there hopefully at the time that everything is dropping. If not, I will make sure that my wife punches me in the face or something and wakes me up, because I think that she should be working from home tomorrow, so she would be able to do that. Aaron, always appreciate you, sir. Steve, again, thank you so much for everything. You are blue now. I appreciate you so much, my friend. And you guys have a great rest of your evening and a great rest of your week. I appreciate you guys so much, more than I could ever really thank you guys. So you guys have a good one, and I will talk to you all soon.